Welcome to Millennium News Hour. I am Tanzeeba Noureen. In today's bulletin, we will present top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines of the day. Historical solar eclipse occurs in North America. Trump says abortion restrictions should be left to states, dodging a national ban. Trump makes 11th hour appeal to delay next week's hush money trial. Boeing plane's engine cover falls off, passengers feel bomb jolt. Elon Musk will be investigated over fake news and obstruction in Brazil after a Supreme Court order. Actor Jonathan Majors gets probation, avoids jail time for assaulting ex-girlfriend. Saudi Arabia to celebrate Eid Wednesday. Hopes for a quick Gaza truce dampen. China to criminally try 3 minors for child murder. SpaceX launches South Korea's second spy satellite amid race with North. Bhatia wins Texas Open playoff to get last Masters spot. Korda makes it 4 in a row on LPGA. And Usman Khan eligible for Pakistan, confirms PCB chairman. You were listening to Headlines, now news in detail. A total solar eclipse, nicknamed the Great American Eclipse for its long path over North America, was visible in the sky today over parts of Mexico, 15 US states and eastern Canada. About tens of millions of people were treated to stunning views as the moon passes between Earth and the Sun and temporarily blocks the sun's light. The total eclipse first reached North America over Mexico as throngs gathered along the country's Pacific coast. Just east of Dallas, the hundreds gathered at Mesquite's Front Street station cheered and whistled as the clouds parted in the final minutes before totality. As the sun finally became cloaked, the crowd grew louder. They whipped off their eclipse glasses to soak in the unforgettable view of the sun's corona or spiky outer atmosphere and Venus shining brilliantly off to the right. Hundreds of White House staffers and security personnel watched the eclipse from around the complex, including some staffers catching a glimpse of the partial eclipse from the roof of the executive mansion. Some cheers and boos could be heard when clouds briefly obscured the partial eclipse, but cheers erupted when the sky cleared up enough to see it. President Joe Biden was seen holding eclipse glasses in his hand as he boarded Air Force One in Madison, Wisconsin, where he was traveling Monday, though it was not clear if he took it in. An estimated 44 million people live within the path, but practically everyone else in North America had a chance at catching at least a partial eclipse today, weather permitting. Former President Donald Trump said Monday that abortion laws should be left to the states, many of which have enacted new restrictions since he appointed Supreme Court justices who voted to overturn federal protections for the procedure. In a 4.5-minute video released on his Truth social media platform, Trump made several false claims, including that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint in the wake of the Supreme Court's 2022 Dobbs decision. A majority of Americans have consistently said in polling that they favor the Roe v. Wade protections that the court dismantled. My view is, now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land, Trump said. In doing so, he refused to take a position on the national ban that has been promoted by some of his staunchest allies, including Senator Lindsey Graham and former White House aide Kellyanne Conway. In the past, Trump had hinted that he might embrace a national ban, referring to a 15 or 16-week threshold as a consensus position. Trump did not say what he would do if he won the presidency and Congress sent him a national ban. Former President Donald Trump's lawyers were in a New York appeals court Monday in an 11th-hour bid to try to delay his impending criminal trial on charges he falsified business records related to hush money payments. Lawyers for the former president filed papers at the state appellate division say the trial should be pushed back, while Trump challenges a partial gag order against him and argues that setting the trial in Manhattan would be unfair because of potential jury bias against him. A source with direct knowledge of the action told NBC News. The long-shot legal maneuvers come exactly 1 week before the first criminal trial of a former president is scheduled to start. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office declined comment. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. US airline authorities have launched an inquiry after an engine cowling on a Boeing 737-800 fell off during takeoff, which resulted in damage to a wing flap. After leaving for Houston, the Southwest Airlines flight returned to Denver International Airport safely around 8:15 a.m. local time Monday, according to a BBC report. Before landing, the aircraft, which carried 135 passengers and 6 crew members, ascended to a height of roughly 10,300 feet. Videos posted on social media showed the removable metal covering of the plane's engine peeling off both during takeoff and in midair. When the engine cover blew on Flight 3695, witness Lisa said passengers and crew felt like they were hit by a bomb jolt, reports UK's Metro. After the cowling, which covers the engine of the Boeing 737-800, fell off, Southwest Airlines announced that its maintenance teams would examine the aircraft. The airline confirmed that it was in charge of maintaining these parts, the BBC report said. Federal Aviation Administration records show that the aircraft was built in 2015. The 737-800 is an earlier version of the 737 from the most recent MAX model. A crusading Brazilian Supreme Court justice has included Elon Musk as a target in an ongoing investigation over the dissemination of fake news and has opened a separate investigation into the US business executive for alleged obstruction. In his decision, Justice Alexander de Moraes noted that Musk on Saturday began waging a public disinformation campaign regarding the top court's actions and that Musk continued the following day, most notably with comments that his social media company X would cease to comply with the court's orders to block certain accounts. Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, who took over Twitter in late 2022, accused de Moraes of suppressing free speech and violating Brazil's constitution and noted on X that users could seek to bypass any shutdown of the social media platform by using VPNs or virtual private networks. Musk will be investigated for alleged intentional criminal instrumentalization of X as part of an investigation into a network of people known as digital militias who allegedly spread defamatory fake news and threats against Supreme Court justices, according to the text of the decision. The new investigation will look into whether Musk engaged in obstruction, criminal organization, and incitement. Actor Jonathan Majors will have to undergo a year-long counseling program but avoided jail time when sentenced to probation on Monday for assaulting his ex-girlfriend in a high-profile case that derailed the once promising star's career. The former Marvel franchise star had faced up to a year behind bars after he was convicted of misdemeanor assault by a Manhattan jury in December. Instead, a judge ruled that Majors will be on probation, must pay a $250 fine, and undergo a 52-week in-person counseling program approved by Los Angeles County's probation department. If Majors is arrested anytime during his probation, he could be forced to spend a year in jail. He is also not able to possess, apply for, or own a firearm, as is typical with domestic violence cases. As part of the ruling, a full order of protection will remain in place for his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. A sample of Major's DNA will also be taken as part of his sentence. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. As a new moon was not sighted this evening after Maghrib prayers, Muslims in Saudi Arabia and neighboring countries will fast one more day, completing 30 days of Ramadan. The first day of Eid will then be celebrated on Wednesday, April 10. Eid al-Fitr, the festival of breaking the fast, is celebrated at the end of the fasting month of Ramadan by Muslims worldwide. There are about 1.9 billion Muslims around the world, approximately 25% of the world population. Indonesia has the world's highest Muslim population, with some 240 million Muslims living in the country. Pakistan is second with about 225 million Muslims, followed by India, Bangladesh, and Nigeria. Traditionally, Eid is celebrated for 3 days as an official holiday in Muslim-majority countries. However, the number of holiday days varies by country. Israel and Hamas both on Monday dampened hopes of a speedy breakthrough in Cairo talks towards a Gaza truce and hostage release deal after Egyptian state-linked media had reported significant progress. As the Gaza war raged on into a seventh month, Israel is undergoing international pressure to agree to a ceasefire, including from its top ally and arms supplier, the United States. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insisted on Sunday, half a year after the October 7 attack, that Israel is one step away from victory and has vowed to defeat remaining Hamas fighters in Gaza's far southern Rafah city. On the same day, however, the army also announced it had pulled its forces out of southern Gaza, although military commanders stressed the withdrawal was tactical and did not signal an end to the war. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said the troops would prepare for future missions, including in Rafah on the Egyptian border, where almost 1.5 million Gazans live in crowded shelters and tents. China will put 3 minors on trial for allegedly murdering another child, a provincial prosecutor said Monday, in a case that has shocked the nation and sparked public debate over the treatment of juvenile offenders. The 3 suspects, all aged under 14 at the time of the murder, are accused of bullying a middle school classmate surnamed Wang over a long period before killing him last month. The grim details of the case, in which the killers reportedly buried Wang's body in an abandoned greenhouse, drew public attention to how the law deals with juveniles accused of serious crimes. In 2021, China lowered its age of criminal responsibility from 14 to 12 for special cases such as inflicting death by extremely cruel means. The Hebei case is thought to be one of the first to apply the lower age limit. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BT Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. South Korea's defense ministry said Monday that the country's second homegrown spy satellite had entered orbit after its launch on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from the John F. Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The launch, which comes after Seoul's first spy satellite was put into orbit from California's Vandenberg Space Force Base in December, was live-streamed on social media platforms X and YouTube. The Falcon 9 rocket was launched at 7:17 p.m. ET on Sunday, and the satellite successfully separated from the launch vehicle 45 minutes later and entered its targeted orbit, the ministry said in a statement. It made successful communications with the ground station about 2 hours and 40 minutes after the launch, the ministry added. The back-to-back launches of reconnaissance satellites come amid a race against North Korea for military capabilities in space. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,154.37. The NYSE composite is increased by 32.11 points or 0.18%. Tokyo stock close price is 39,347.04. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 354.96 points or 0.91%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,047.05. The Shanghai index is decreased by 22.24 points or 0.72%. Hong Kong stock close price is 16,732.85. The Hang Seng index is increased by 8.93 points or 0.05%. Bombay stock close price is 74,742.50. The Sensex index is increased by 494.28 points or 0.67%. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Akshay Bhatia nearly celebrated too soon Sunday, hurting his left shoulder while pumping his arms on a 12-foot birdie to force a playoff. He recovered to make birdie on the first extra hole and win the Texas Open over hard luck Danny McCarthy to earn a trip to the Masters. McCarthy was 6 shots behind going to the back 9 at the TPC San Antonio when he birdied 8 of the 9 holes, including the last 7, making a 12-foot birdie for a 9 under 63. Bhatia had to make his birdie putt from the same range to have a chance. He made it for a 67, raising his arms to shake them in his clutch moment. And that's when he felt his shoulder, which he says has given him trouble before, pop out of its socket. Bhatia hit his tee shot and laid up with a 5-iron on the par 5 18th in the playoff. McCarthy, winless on the PGA Tour, was first to play and chunked a wedge so badly that he immediately hung his head. The ball came up some 20 yards short into the middle of a creek, and then Bhatia called for treatment, jogging off the course briefly to get his shoulder tapped. He returned and hit wedge to 6 feet. Needing 3 putts to win, he holed it to win for the second time on the PGA Tour. Pakistan Cricket Board Chairman Mohsin Naqvi confirmed that Usman Khan is in contention for being selected for the upcoming T20 International Home Series against New Zealand. Usman Khan is eligible for Pakistan and he will play for the national side, Naqvi said while speaking to the media as quoted from Geo News. Usman was a part of the recently concluded 29-player fitness camp which was conducted by trainers from the Pakistan Army. Last week, he was banned for 5 years by the Emirates Cricket Board. The 28-year-old was found to have breached his obligations to the Emirates Cricket Board. The Pakistan squad for 5-match series against New Zealand will be declared on April 9. The series will start from April 18. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Historical solar eclipse occurs in North America. Trump says abortion restrictions should be left to states, dodging a national ban. Trump makes 11th hour appeal to delay next week's hush money trial. Boeing plane's engine cover falls off, passengers feel bomb jolt. Elon Musk will be investigated over fake news and obstruction in Brazil after a Supreme Court order. Actor Jonathan Majors gets probation, avoids jail time for assaulting ex-girlfriend. Saudi Arabia to celebrate Eid Wednesday. Hopes for a quick Gaza truce dampen. China to criminally try 3 minors for child murder. SpaceX launches South Korea's second spy satellite amid race with North. Bhatia wins Texas Open playoff to get last Masters spot. Korda makes it 4 in a row on LPGA. And Usman Khan eligible for Pakistan, confirms PCB chairman. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our website. Our website address is www.millenniumnews24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.